Hey everyone, welcome to Getting More Gold. I'm Jeremy Price. In today's video, we're going to try out some different magnets. I have 4 brand new ones and then a 5th one that I had and I'm looking to replace. Now I'm going to show you each of them individually and tell you what their names are and how much they cost a piece. And then we're going to go through some pay dirt with each of those and see which one we like the best, and that's probably the one that we're going to end up using on in the videos. So stay tuned for that. So here are the 5 different black sand magnets that we'll be using in this review. We'll start off with this one. This is really, I think this is supposed to be used for like reloading. This is the Frankford Arsenal Media Transfer Magnet, and it was $11.99. Now this is the Keene Engineering Gold Magnet, A28, and it was $10.95. This is the Jobe Top Hat Black Sand Magnet, and it was $12.90. This is it has a little number and letter designation, so I'll read that to you. It's SE PM6549 Prospector's Choice 5-pound magnet black sand pocket separator pen. And then this is the old magnet that I have that I was wanting to replace, and it is the SE PM6550 Magnetic Separator Pickup Tool, and it's $7.69. Now I got this when I bought the gold cube, and I also got the little classifiers when I bought the gold cube. All right, so I've classified all the material down into its different categories, and I'm going to use the -30 plus 50 for this demonstration. First, we're going to use the old school magnetic separator pickup tool, 8 pounds. I couldn't tell you who makes this, but they are on Amazon. I've seen them on there before, and I'll show you why I dislike this magnet. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this stuff out on this paper plate here. I'm going to grab one of these. It's empty. Alright, so now the magnet's already down at the bottom. The magnet's already down at the bottom. To release the magnet, you have to pull up on the plunger. So we're going to stick this down here. Now you see these 3 tiny spots where magnetics are collected. And that is the reason I don't like this magnet. Because you have 3 tiny little magnets. It seems to me you've got all this space. Why can't we have one big magnet here? But you go on and pull the lever up, and you'll drop your magnetic material into the blue bowl or the blue dish here. So we're gonna run this over. I do hear some more getting picked up. We got some more up there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we have more there. Bring it over to our blue container. Lift up on the plunger. We have more on there again. hearing any more on there. So now we'll try one of the new magnets. This is a Keene. This is by Keene Engineering, and its magnet is up top, and you have to actually push the plunger in to get the magnet to go down. So we'll put this over top of this and run it on here. And there might not be much magnetic stuff in there now. So what we'll do is we'll spread that out a little more. I'm trying not to hit that material. I wanted to pick it up. There's a little bit. You can see it down here on the bottom of the magnet. And I'm gonna put it, just take my finger off the plunger, and that makes the magnet go up and releases the material into the little blue canister. Now I'm gonna go on and put some more material in here. And we're going to try that Keene out some more. So we push it in. And you've got more magnetics down here. I don't know how good it's showing up since this is a black magnet, but hopefully it's showing up decently. Now we're just going to go over here to the blue container, take our finger off the plunger, we do have a few little pieces. So far, this is the magnetics we've collected out of this one. So far. Now let's try to spread this around a little bit in here. You do have magnetic material on here again. I try to get it as close to the material as possible without touching it. We have magnetics on it again. Now let's try pushing it down in the material itself and see how it works. And we do have more magnetics on it now. Let's try it some more. We have magnetics on it. Right over here. We have more magnetics. Put it over here. Let's see, one thing I don't like is leaving all this dust on it. All this material, but more magnetics. Okay, so let's try out the next one. Now, one thing I will say about this Keene is this spring doesn't feel very strong. You see how it wobbles in here? Now this is the Jobe purple one. We'll just shove this straight down in there. And it has, you can actually see where the magnet is in this one. And it's all around the outside. And it works just like the Keene, where you have to push the plunger in to get the magnet on the bottom. You got metallic or magnetic stuff, not metallic. Now, one thing I'll say about this one is this is a lot stiffer spring, so I can see your fingers getting tireder holding this in, but it does seem to be a little sturdier than the Keene magnet. I'm going to put a little more material in here. We got a pretty good bit of material there. And shove this down in here for a second. All right. Now, this is just like a little pin one, and the magnet should be up right now. It works on a spring, just like these other ones, but this spring you can actually see, where in all the other ones you can't. So the magnet should be up here right now. We're going to push it down, just shove it down in there. And you see all the magnetic stuff on the bottom. Release that. Got a lot of magnetic stuff. Release that. Sorry, I kicked the stand. Quite a bit of magnetic stuff. Come over. Quite a bit of magnetics. So far, this one seems to be picking up the most material. I don't know why your fingers do get a little tired from pushing these springs in. Alright, I'm going to add some more material. Use this one a couple more times on this, and then we'll get the last one out and go on and dump the rest of it in there. Going to the next and final one, which is the biggest one. Now this is a big transfer magnet, and it's huge. It works just like the first one. We put it down on top. And you can see all the magnetic stuff there. Put it over the top of our blue container. Now, I'm going to set this into the dirt and see if it works any better. And we've got quite a bit of magnetic stuff there. The only problem I can see is if you put it in too far, you're going to get dirt in this little groove. Quite a bit of magnetics up under there. I don't know if you can see how they're actually on there, where they're sort of sticking out straight. It's sort of cool looking. Quite a bit of magnetics. Trying to keep this up under the where you can actually see it. Got all that. Alright. Oops. I keep letting go of it, and it picks the magnetics back up before I get it out of the little blue container there. So you guys tell me which one you like the best. I probably like this one the best. It's got a bigger area to work from. Your fingers aren't going to get tired, or your hands aren't going to get tired from keeping a plunger pulled back or pushed in. Actually pushed in, isn't it? Like this one. It seemed to pick up a lot, but I think it was also picking up a lot of material was getting stuck in there with our magnetic stuff. I think if we go through this again, if we go through this again, there'll be a lot of material in there. And you can see some of those magnetic stuff. You can see how that magnetic stuff comes out, and this stuff staying down in there. So I think this one is a good strong magnet, no doubt about that. But you really do have to watch for material and gold getting stuck in between your magnetic stuff. So what you really need to do is go through this again, and any material that's actually in here, you need to get that out and put it back in with your material that's been demagnetized. Now the Keene, it's pretty good. This plunger, or the spring in it being weak like it is probably going to be a lot easier on your fingers than the pen one that I had, which I think this one is primarily when you take out to a creek or something. It's got the little clip in it, you know, and you can put it in your pocket and walk around, and if you find some area that you think might be decent, you can shove that down in there and try to pull some, see if there's any magnetics in it, and that might be a decent place to try out with a pan, a test pan. The Keene engineering magnet, I'd probably say, is the second best one. Like I said, the only thing I see wrong with this is it is big. It's very big, but also this little lip right here. If this piece of metal went up further, that would probably be better for gold prospecting. But the Keene is probably going to be my second favorite. Would be my second favorite choice out of these five. Then it's probably going to be the little pen, because the pen does seem to pick up a good bit of gold. I mean, a good bit of magnetic material. So I do like it. I wish the spring wasn't as strong as it was, or there was a little easier, maybe like a flat piece here where your fingers could go to make it a little easier on you ergonomically. This would definitely be the next choice, the Jobe. I think it's a good magnet. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It does pick up the stuff, and your fingers don't get tired as holding that little pen one. That little pen one is that's got a stout little spring on it. But I apologize, my battery died there. This, as I was saying, is my least favorite. I just think it's an absolute waste of space. All this down here for three tiny little spots, for three tiny little magnets. Let me go on and pick up some of this. Dang it. Put this down. Now, that's about as good as I've ever seen it look. But that's me shoving it down inside of the little blue pan. So I still think, you know, if it would have went all the way around, that would have been a lot better. A lot better, honestly. Plus that spring making all that racket sort of annoying. I guess I could shoot some WD-40 down in there, it might help quieten it down some. But what you need to do, like I said, is you'll have to go through your, well, let me show you this. This is all the material that we pulled out, magnetic, and then I'm sure there's some that's not magnetic. But this is just in, like I said, the one pan, or the one bowl, the -30 + 50. I don't really see a need to do it in the plus 16, not unless you just want to try to get the magnetic side of it. But you do need to go through this again, so you might want to, you know, shove your magnet down in here, see what you pick up. Now that picked up in one spot, simply because I didn't have it down in there far enough. And you see that stuff that's left down in that blue container? That might be stuff that's actually not magnetic, that just got picked up as a collateral damage, I guess you'd say, when you were picking that jazz up. So let's dump this in this other canister here, and then we'll go back down in this. So it's looking like a lot of that stuff was magnetic, and that not being in your gold pan is going to make life a lot easier for you when you're panning this stuff out. So removing the gold from the pay dirt or from your concentrates is really beneficial. When you do pan it out, you have a lot less of the heavy stuff in there mixed in with your gold, especially when it gets really fine like this material, and it's a little more difficult to separate out. If you haven't ever panned before, you'll find out what I'm talking about. When you get a lot of black sand, a lot of heavy magnetic stuff in your material, and you're panning it, and it's that last little bit, and you're just trying to get the gold out, and you got the gold and a lot of black sand up in there. So that's that. I'm going to go on and finish this up off camera. Hey everybody, so now we've went through the different magnets. You know the different names and the cost of each. Let me know in the comments if you preferred a certain one over the others. And if you know of another one that you think it would be worthwhile to try out on getting more gold, then please leave that in the comments as well. I wanted to let you all know that on our next video, we're going to be going through another new product. And I'm going to do it sort of like I did the how to pan video, where we just throw in some lead and some different things like that. And this is what we will be trying out. It is the gold claw. So supposedly you don't even have to classify the material before you throw it in here. You can just take this out to the creek or stream with you and try it out. And supposedly there's no need for classification with this. But we're going to try it out, see if we find everything, find the 10 pieces of lead, however how much gold I throw in there, and then the 5 ball bearings. See if this keeps all of those in the bottom. So stay tuned for that.